If you're here and you don't have money, whether you're undocumented or documented immigrant, or you happen to be a citizen that doesn't have money, you deserve health care. Health care is a basic human right, and we ought to start trying to figure out how to deliver it. I think this should be a pilot program
to provide it to people from other countries. So we have an obligation to provide free health care to anybody in the world. I mean, well, that was Democratic pollster Bernard Whitman, who came on the show yesterday, reciting the new catechism of the Democratic Party. Anyone on planet Earth has a moral right to come here for any reason at any time and have you pay for their health care, period. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio is nodding along with that sermon, and he's trying to implement that vision right now in New York City. Watch.
We also have a way to provide direct health care to a lot of our neighbors who happen to be undocumented. They're still part of our community. They need health care. Their families need health care. This is one universal way to reach all those folks right now who are not covered.
Kieran Lalor is an assemblyman in New York, and he joins us tonight. Kieran, thanks a lot for coming on tonight. Am I misrepresenting what the mayor of New York is saying, that anybody in the world has a right to come here illegally and once in New York has a moral right to have everyone else pay for his health care?
I don't think that's a misrepresentation at all. And he's saying that 600,000 people are going to get coverage, among them 300,000 illegals in New York City. But he's not going to calculate in the influx of people, probably 6 people, if you're going to offer free health care to anybody, whether they're a citizen or illegal, that are going to come in. And I haven't heard de Blasio's plan to create more doctors, more nurses, more beds, more space. I don't know how you add 600,000 people to an already overburdened healthcare system in New York City and not have delays, not have major problems.
I think de Blasio's kind of a moron. I think he's a marijuana smoker. Seems like one. I'm serious. But there are other people in New York who are very smart. A lot of smart people in New York. A lot of smart people work for Bill de Blasio. I know some of them. What do they think of this? Did nobody say, hey, Mr. Mayor, like this actually is crazy? I mean,
I think the left is moving so quickly to the left. If you recall 10 years ago, President Obama thought it was so important in the State of the Union to say, don't worry, illegals aren't going to get Obamacare. And remember, a congressman yelled, you lie. Well, now we have 10 years later, the left is using it as a selling point. It used to be something you hide. Now it's a selling point. Guess what? Free health care for illegals. And you know what? I get calls to my office every day saying, hey, my husband's 55 years old. He's been working since he's 14. He paid into the system. He never took anything out. He had a stroke the other day. I'm trying to get him in a assisted living facility. And you know what Medicaid says? They say, oh, spend all your assets, every dollar you save, sell your house. Once you spent all that on the assisted living, we'll cover Medicaid. What Bill de Blasio is saying is somebody can sneak across the border and they're going to get what this American citizen can't get after putting in, 40 years of work into the system.
That is, now you've actually made me mad. That is infuriating to think about that.
Happens every day.
I'm so grateful that you remember. I think it was Congressman Joe Wilson of South Carolina. I'm getting all of my memories going. We need to have him on the show just so you can do a little victory lap for being right. And everyone scolded him, of course.
And 41% of residents of New York City are already on Medicaid. They're already getting government health care. So it's a huge burden on the taxpayer of New York City and ultimately New York State. I don't know why we're going to add to that burden.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Kieran, thank you very much. Great to see you.